Good morning. Good morning. Oh, I saw Lucy snuck in here. She was supposed to be with Dave. There she is. Hi, Lucia. Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. How are we? How are we feeling? Get the boat here vibes. How are we feeling this morning? Allison, good morning. Karen, buongiorno. Zaika, waiting for a tram to work. Aww. Oh, I love that. Easier to cope with the morning rush, living ACIM. So true. So true. Everything's easier. Everything's easier, and yet sometimes when we're, in my experience, let me know if you've had this experience as well. Sometimes when we are learning what's really valuable and learning to reprioritize, sometimes it can feel challenging at first. Lily, bonjour, bonjour. Elaine, bonjour. Allison, Zaika, happy commute. I'm getting ready to teach the morning at university. Stephanie, good morning. Okay. All right, gorgeous ladies. Intention. Let me know how you're feeling. And if you're watching the replay, please let me know as well. Father, Mother, God, we surrender into the truth of who we are. We ask today that we allow ourselves to be led, that we feel the truth, the calling, the opening, that we're utilized for miracles, that we truly are aware of gifting and receiving simultaneously, and that we see. This or something even better for the highest good of all concerned. Amen. Amen. It's bright. Okay. How was yesterday's lesson for everybody? Today, we start something a little bit different. This is the first time, but not the last time that you're going to see this inside of the course. So, for an integration opportunity, the course, can you all hear me and see me okay? I realize I'm not hardwired in. Is it okay though? So the course goes through review periods. And again, you're going to see this more than once during the course. Dave, is it okay, the connection? Do you know? Ladies, can you hear me and see me okay? Okay, perfect. Just making sure. We're making sure. Thank you, honey. Okay, so today's going to be a review. And again, the course supports these integration opportunities every so often. So you're going to see this more than once. So I'm going to read what the review is so that you understand how the course would like this to go. And then I'll go into lesson 51 today and we'll read through that. Okay. All right, review. Introduction for the review. Beginning with today, we will have a series of review periods. Each of them will cover 5 of the ideas already presented, starting with the first and ending with the 50th. Hold on. Yeah, we'll cover 5 of the ideas already presented, started with the first, ending with the 50th. It does say 50th. There will be a few short comments after each of the ideas, which you should consider in your review. In the practice periods, the exercises should be done as follows. Begin the day by reading the 5 ideas with the comments included. Thereafter, it is not necessary to follow any particular order in considering them, though each one should be practiced at least once. Devote 2 minutes or more to each practice period. So there are 5 ideas, 2 minutes, so a minimum of 10, whatever serves you, right? Longer if it feels good. Thinking about the idea and the related comments after reading them over. Do this as often as possible during the day. If any one of the 5 ideas appeals to you more than the others, concentrate on that. We talked about this before. Have you been starting to find just a lesson that it isn't necessarily the lesson of the day, but it comes into your mind and you feel it and you sit with it? There are a few for me that I really love that without thinking about it consciously, I'll find my mind return to. It's a really beautiful feeling of intimacy, of connection, of oneness. So you might love some of these. At the end of the day, however, be sure to review all of them once more. It is not necessary to cover the comments that follow each idea either literally or thoroughly in the practice periods. Try rather to emphasize the central point and think about it as part of your review of the idea to which it relates. After you have read the idea and the related comments, the exercises should be done with your eyes closed and when you are alone in a quiet place if possible. This is emphasized for practice periods at your stage of learning. It will be necessary, however, that you learn to require no special settings in which to apply what you have learned. You will need your learning most in situations that appear to be upsetting rather than in those that already seem to be calm and quiet. The purpose of your learning is to enable you to bring the quiet with you. Oh, how good does that feel? Bring the quiet with you. And to heal distress and turmoil. This is not done by avoiding them and seeking a haven of isolation for yourself. It reminds me of the plaque that I found at the back of in my grandmother's bathroom above her toilet after she died. And it said, "Serenity is not freedom from the storm. It is peace amid the storm." I fell in love with that. I love it so much. You will yet learn that peace is a part of you and requires only that you be there to embrace any situation in which you are. I'm going to read that again. You will learn that peace is a part of you and requires only that you be there to embrace any situation in which you are. And finally, you will learn that there is no limit to where you are, so that your peace is everywhere, as are you, as you are. You will note that for review purposes, some of the ideas are not given in quite their original form. Use them as they are given here. It is not necessary to return to the original statements nor to apply the ideas as was suggested then. We are now emphasizing the relationships among the first 50 of the ideas we have covered and the cohesiveness of the thought system to which they are leading you. Are we ready? All right, so the review for today. Here are the 5 main ideas for today, and as the course suggested, when you move into your practice period, spending a minimum of 2 minutes with each, so 10 minutes. I still encourage the bookends because it's just such a beautiful way to feel the congruency. So, lesson 51. Number 1, nothing I see means anything. The reason this is so is that I see nothing, and nothing has no meaning. It is necessary that I recognize this, that I may learn to see. What I think I see now is taking the place of vision. I must let it go by realizing it has no meaning, so that vision may take its place. That's idea number 1. Number 2, I have given what I see all the meaning it has for me. I have judged everything I look upon, and it is this and only this I see. This is not vision. It is merely an illusion of reality because my judgments have been made quite apart from reality. I am willing to recognize the lack of validity in my judgments because I want to see. Above all else, I want to see. My judgments have hurt me, and I do not want to see according to them. Idea number 3. I do not understand anything I see. How could I understand what I see when I have judged it amiss? What I see is the projection of my own errors of thought. I do not understand what I see because it is not understandable. There is no sense in trying to understand it, but there is every reason to let it go and make room for what can be seen and understood and loved. I can exchange what I see now for this merely by being willing to do so. Is not this a better choice than the one I made before? I'm going to have a little coffee moment before we move to the final two. Idea number 4. These thoughts do not mean anything. The thoughts of which I am aware do not mean anything because I am trying to think without God. What I call my thoughts are not my real thoughts. My real thoughts are the thoughts I think with God. My real thoughts are the thoughts I think with God. I am not aware of them because I have made my thoughts to take their place. I am willing to recognize that my thoughts do not mean anything and to let them go. I choose to have them be replaced by what they were intended to replace. My thoughts are meaningless, but all creation lies in the thoughts I think with God. How are we doing? How's this feeling? The final thought for today. I am never upset for the reason I think. I am never upset for the reason I think because I am constantly trying to justify my thoughts. I am constantly trying to make them true. I make all things my enemies so that my anger is justified and my attacks are warranted. I have not realized how much I have misused everything I see by assigning this role to it. I have done this to defend a thought system that has hurt me, and I no longer want. I am willing to let it go. Nothing I see means anything. I have given what I see all the meaning it has for me. I do not understand anything I see. These thoughts do not mean anything. I am never upset for the reason I think. Review for today. How is this feeling? How is this feeling? How are we doing with this? A little check-in before we go. All right. So, beautiful integration time. I love this so much. Enjoy it. And again, not to squeeze it. Be aware of what the lessons are, what the review is for the day. Sit with it. I encourage you to, similarly to how we just did, read through one lesson and then sit with it for a couple of minutes and really just enjoy it, sink into it. Are you finding less resistance inside of the practice periods? Consider that. Are you starting to look forward to them, to enjoy them, to relax inside of them? And you can have ebbs and flows. Some days might feel easier than others as you move through it. I encourage you to celebrate how far we've come. Right? This is a first big review inside of the course, so it's a beautiful milestone. I encourage you to celebrate it. 50 days, so gorgeous. So much has shifted inside of you. Take some time today to recognize yourself, to celebrate yourself, to honor that. I love you. I love being here with you. Dave and I are now headed to the Cannes boat show, so we will be in Cannes for today. And we used to go to these boat shows and look for boats and vision and walk on them and sit there in a bedroom, wonder what it would be like when we finally got our own boat and which boat we would choose and what features we would choose. And we'd been to many, many boat shows, many boat shows. And today will be the first boat show we go to when we already have a boat. And so we'll be looking at the accessories, anything we want to add to the boat, the Starlink so that we have internet. The sheets are being delivered. I can't believe it. Yesterday, Dave and I were on the boat. Maybe you saw on the Instagram a little bit. And I picked up Dave's phone, and the screensaver on Dave's phone is he had handwritten, "Live on a boat with Tara by September 2024. And so next chapter, next adventure, Dave and I are going to be sharing some pretty big things in the coming month. And all of it's riding on the energy of everything we're talking about inside of the course. So I love you. Enjoy this. Elegant Femme is here to support you. I believe all of you that I see now have already been through, have the Femme Flow list, have Live You Fully. If you are listening and you don't have those core signature bookends and you would like information, that's in the description below. And certainly take the Femme Type quiz because that's there for you. And then we have the indie that is in line with this. So we're here to support you in any way we can. Have a gorgeous day. What's that? What are you saying, Stephanie? About 12? I can see part of it. Cool Can had been there 12. Does it say 12? 12 or something. Okay, so about 12 years ago or so. Cool. Yeah, it should be fun. I'll do some posts on Instagram if you're not following us there. That's fun. Karen, grazie, cara, grazie, Tara. My Italian teacher always says, cara Tara, cara Tara. Allora, a domani. I love you. Bye, ladies.